Okay, yeah, thanks. So very briefly, there's a number of different kind of collaboration models that we do have, and I will give a short overview, as I mentioned. So there is, as a first example, there is overarching frame contracts with institutes, very long-term usually, which is about technology-dependent hardware, software developments, alpha, beta testing, obviously, during our internal R&D projects. And another example is, of course, application development. And I choose here 3 examples around the globe very briefly. I'm actually sitting here at the EMBL in this moment, and we do have, let's say, there a collaboration contract with on different possibilities, different technologies, which we regularly discuss what is from mutual interest. In North America, with our colleagues in North America, do have a contract with the Max Planck Institute, Jupiter in Florida. It is about a neuronal imaging technology. And another example is in Japan, Kyoto University, where we have a close collaboration as an innovation core since several years. There's other types of collaborations, more on the individual level with PIs, labs, facilities. And again, few examples. One prominent example already some years ago, the license-based R&D, where we had the lattice light sheet license from Eric Betzig, actually, at this time, and developed a solution. Then I mentioned alpha beta testing once more. I mean, then with facilities, for example, a quite well-known one in York. Workflow development, more and more, let's say, towards smart microscopy, which we do with Julia and Raphael in Gothenburg. Application nodes I mentioned already. There's another, let's say, kind of models where we actually can collaborate within ERC grants, for example, to upgrade to really upgrade existing technology. There's an example that we did some years ago with Fraunhofer in Germany. Or we do directly from our advanced development department, joint applications with science, with academia, towards funding bodies, like the ERC or Horizon Europe, for example. And there is also local activities. Another example here, the Oxford University with our UK colleagues, but also supported from headquarters, actually just opened a Center of Excellence a good almost 2 years ago. A little bit about training collaborations, and this is something really important, I think, and also a benefit then for, let's say, broader community. One nice example with the Ashoka University in India, it has developed a 3-month training program actually for professionals, fresh graduates, very intense. I mean, it is about hands-on training, it is about e-learning, live online sessions, etc., etc. Over 330 hours with a really then certification at the end, and that should help also then in the professional life later. And can be, of course, used and scaled up with other sites. Another very recent example is on the left side here on the screen with Durham University and Glasgow, where we actually developed together a virtual reality and e-learning format, yeah, as a self-study for persons that actually want to work in facilities but need to actually learn some basics. And there is already almost courses ready for basics in confocal microscopy and scanning EM. And again, this will be available then, of course, for the communities. Should help then for, let's say, more efficient training start in facilities, for example. And I would not like to forget to mention this great initiative that Leon actually started some years ago, the African Microscopy Initiative. I don't need to explain what this is about. I mean, Ben is around and in the meeting, and we are happy to be there also as a microscopy partner in that partnership. Last but not least, contract and partnership model that we call labs at locations. Again, mutual benefits, of course. We have access to demo units that we may not have in our facilities. We do joint training, workshops, etc. There's a lot of, let's say, possibilities around, and of course there is benefits for the lab, such as, let's say, special software discounts. At the end, also a compensation through credits, so a financial model. And as we speak, we have around 30 partners around the globe. And by the way, McGill is one of these partners. This was already a brief overview from my side, and I'm really happy now to hand over to Davide Accardi from the Fundação Champalimau in Portugal, in Lisbon. And he will talk about evergreen model, which is kind of a mixture of a financial, but also another collaboration model. So thanks for listening, and Davide, the floor is yours.